Prue MacSween from Verve Communications. Here we are for another Friday. Yeah. We've arrived. Now, look, your winner this week is voters, because Chris Bowen faces losing his seat.
Well, the great thing about these debates is that we now have a situation where these lying spin doctors of Labor are not being shielded by capitulating journalists. A lot of them who are very supportive of Labor just accept what they say, never question them, never say why when they say make a statement. And suddenly, during these debates, they're being found out. And Bowen, of course, was during this Ted O'Brien debate, which I thought was brilliant. And it really showed what a liar he is. That's all you can say about him. You don't like calling people liars, but he has fooled the Australian public for so long, and he was found out. And, you look at this argument that, OK, well, your bills have gone down because we're subsidising them. So you're, using the money of taxpayers to justify, make you look better. But in fact, we're being conned. We're paying for your lies and your ineptitude. So I'm really glad that he's on the ropes. And Matt Camanzuli, who's an independent, is really at his heels. And I think that there's a strong chance he might lose his McMahon seat. And let's hope he does, because the guy has inflicted so much pain on so many.
Well, especially after yesterday's debate, I mean, not that we needed more proof that he was just totally inept. Yesterday's debate just floored me.
Yeah.
The breathtaking arrogance was just an absolute shocker. So, no, voters are definitely the winner. Now, look, I had to give my winner this week to the King and Queen, King Charles, Queen Camilla. They have been married 20 years, would you believe, this week? 20 years. Here are the official photos to mark that anniversary. They spent it in Italy, actually, as they embarked on an official tour. Now, look, I chose them, Prue, because, OK, look, there's only ever going to be one Princess Diana, right? The world loved Princess Diana. But I just think that Camilla has really come into her own over the last 20 years. She's a guiding force. She is the steering force behind the pair. And I really think she's fantastic personally. I mean, it was a dodgy start. Let's be honest, it was a very dodgy start.
That's the interesting thing, though, isn't it? She was vilified. She was UK's most hated woman for so long. And then suddenly she's been able to turn it around. She's very charming. She's almost like everybody's grandmother or something, isn't she?
Yeah.
And clearly a stalwart for Charles. So it's a great love story when you think that because of the royal, protocols and whatever, they were never allowed to marry, when in fact they've been in love for years, many years, longer than 20 years. So I think it's really a lovely, great love story and gives people a bit of hope. I'm also impressed that she could fit into the same wedding dress that she had 20 years ago.
The secret? Please, Camilla, tell us now what is your secret, because I think that's extraordinary after 20 years. Now, look, your loser of the week, you gave it to the Race Discrimination Commissioner. We spoke about this earlier on the show, of course. He made some comments, didn't he, about Australia Day, where he called it a racist day. We reached out to him, but he actually said that, no, I didn't say that. I mean, I listened to the audio. I would beg to differ. But why is this still a debate?
It's a joke. And, I mean, why do we have a human rights... What is it? It's a Human Rights Racial Discrimination Commissioner. That's a double whammy of woke, isn't it, when you think about it? Australians are not racist. We are very good with our human rights history, I believe. And to have this man on $400,000 vilifying us, making us feel guilty, we are the most tolerant nation in the world.
Absolutely,
as far as I'm concerned. And, I'm sick of being scolded. I'm sick of being told I'm racist and I'm over it. So
I agree.
I just think the man, when hopefully Dutton gets in, they can get rid of this.
Look, we're done with this debate. We're done with this debate. We should be proud of our country.
Exactly.
And, if you come here, you should be proud of your country.
It's so divisive.
Well. So, no, I agree. Now, look, I had to give my loser to this week, of the week, to those who continue to think that pronouns are a thing. Because have a look at this exchange on CNN where host Anderson Cooper is corrected for misgendering someone.
Back with Senator Bernie Sanders. I want to introduce Grace Thomas. She's a local civil rights attorney. She's a Democrat. Grace?
Say them pronouns, actually. Thank you.
Oh.
Good evening, Senator Sanders.
Oh, Oh, whoopsie daisy, wrong pronouns. How could he do that? Did you see Bernie Sanders' face there? He was like, what? What is this?
There's only one good thing about this, that our illiterate kids who've come through school now know what a pronoun is. And they probably wouldn't have known it otherwise. So that's the best thing about this woke wank.
Absolutely. We are over this wokeness. We've moved on from it. Apparently some haven't. But, you know, well, provides us with a bit of entertainment, doesn't it? Prue, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Have a good weekend. We'll do it all again next week.